Kita camping.
Nostalgic Camp. The significance of food and friendship tells a unique story of a camping experience filled with traditions and camaraderie. This documentary is set in Kampong Serungga, a serene location near the riverbank, where the beauty of nature provides the perfect backdrop for reviving traditions and exploring the true essence of friendship. The camping activity is organized by a group known as Geng Ulang Budu, a team passionate about preserving Malay culinary and cultural heritage, led by Mr. Bila, a respected figure known for his wisdom and dedication to cultural values. The group embarks on a meaningful journey that unites its members through shared experiences and traditional dishes like budu and ulam, prepared together in a spirit of collaboration. The documentary takes viewers on a vivid journey through moments of joy and reflections by the riverbank, where the soothing sounds of flowing water set a tranquil scene. Group cooking sessions highlight how traditional food is more than sustenance. It's a symbol of connection, family, and friendship. More than just a camping trip, this story showcases how nature, traditions, and the simple acts of sharing a meal can deepen bonds and remind us of the significance of togetherness. Through this lens, the documentary celebrates the enduring value of preserving traditions while forging meaningful connections. Ah. During the camping adventure in Kampong Serungga, each member of Gang Ulam Budu played a vital role of ensuring the success of their traditional meals. One of the group members, a sturdy and resourceful man, took on the task of collecting kayu api or the firewood. He used the kayu rambutan from the nearby forest. With a determined spirit, he gathered enough wood to create a strong fire for their rustic outdoor cooking. This man showed us how to make fire using the bamboo. This is the traditional way. The highlights of the meal preparations was the tantalizing ayam bakar kunyit, village chicken grill with turmeric, and the ikan tabake bakar grilled with the river fish. The chicken was marinated with the fragrant blends of turmeric, salt, and the spices, a simple yet flavorful preparation that pays homage to traditional Malay cooking. Meanwhile, the ikan tabake was a special addition to the menu, caught fresh from the river by one of the younger members of the group. His skills and patience as a fisherman were evident as he proudly presented the fish to the team. Under the guidance of Mr. Bila, the group worked together to prepare the food, using the collected firewood to build a roaring fire by the riverbank. The aroma of the grilled chickens and the fish fills the air, creating an atmosphere of anticipation and unity. The gang Ulang Budu. This meal was not just about satisfying hunger, it was a celebration of teamwork, tradition, and the natural bounty of their surroundings. One of the group members took it upon himself to search for the perfect branch to use as a hanger for grilling the chicken. With the keen eyes and steady hands, he wandered through the nearby forest, examining each branch for its strength and suitability. He finally selected a sturdy, straight branch, envisioning how it would hold the ayam kampung bakar kunyit, village chicken grilled with turmeric over the fire. This simple yet crucial task highlighted that the group's resourcefulness and reliance on nature. The chosen branch was carefully cleaned and shaped to ensure they could thoroughly hold the marinated chicken while allowing it to cook evenly over the flames. This traditional grilling method not only preserved the authentic flavors of the chicken but also showcased their deep connections to the land and its natural offerings.
Oh ya, kalau aku ni api unggun besar apa kan yang
Bersih, api biar dia besar.
besar. Tak betul malam ni dia betul. Mana? Dia betul. Ini sih. Tidak. Lagi ni cakap pangring gini. Oh, kalau tak ojek pakai set.
By the tranquil riverbank of Kampong Serungga, one of the group members embraced the traditional ways to preparing food, adding an authentic touch to their camping experience. After selecting the perfect branch to grill the chicken, he brought the freshly slaughtered ayam kampong, the village chicken, and the turmeric roots to the river. Using the cool flowing water, he began the process of washing them with the precision and care, following methods passed down through generation. The man used his hands carefully to clean the chicken, gently scrubbing it with the turmeric roots to remove any impurities while infusing it with the hints of its natural aroma. The river water, clear and refreshing, served as a natural and eco-friendly resource connecting to the groups to the environments and the heritage of the rural living. This man is preparing the simple yet flavorful marinades for the ayam kampong bakar kuning, which only turmeric and salt as the key ingredients. He demonstrated the timeless beauty of traditional Malay cooking, which relies on fresh, natural flowers. This man showed us how to prepare for the split gill mushrooms that I bought from the Tasik Raja wet market. Oh, gagang ada macam tu. As the group gathered around the fire by the riverbank, the men took the time to demonstrate the arts of marinating ayam kampong with traditional Malay flowers. Holding the freshly cleaned chicken, he carefully explained the significance of this dish, not just a meal, but a symbol of rural life, heritage, and the community bonding in the village. First, he showed how to prepare the marinade using the turmeric paste he had already made from fresh, locally sourced turmeric. With skillful hands, he massaged the vibrant golden mixture of chicken, ensuring
Pakai kat kaki.
Klik kat kayu tu pok kambing seekor. Combined with a pinch of salt was a simple yet powerful seasoning that brought out the natural flavors of the chicken. The process itself was deliberate and meaningful, each stroke representing a deep rooting tradition passed down through generation.
Ya lah. Tunjuk nampak dah. Dah kat leri tayak.
Seksa lah dia mau ni buat nyesor dia.
Oh, terak.
Jadi. Oh.
Kaki mana ni? Oh, dia mau kena cari kau, dia punya tak dapat. Batin.
Wow, jadi. Ni baru nak promo. Through these simple yet profound acts of marinating the chicken, the man reminded that the group of the rich cultural heritage that surrounds every dish prepared in the village. Food in this context was not just a necessity, but an important part of the social fabric, embodying the Malay values of hospitality, togetherness, and respect for tradition. It was a way to preserve the identity of the village, keeping memories and customs alive through each meal shared among friends and family. The riverbank setting in Kampong Serungga even more delightful as the group brought out a selection of traditional Kelantanese kuih to share. These colorful and flavorful treats are deeply rooted in the culture of Kelantan, representing the richness of its culinary heritage and the pride of its people. Among the array of kuih were iconic favorites such as kuih akok, lompat tikam, tepung pelita, and buah tanjung. Each of these delicacies carried its own unique story and methods of preparations passed down through generation. The group took time to explain the origins and significance of each, adding to the appreciations of their shared meal. And I enjoy to eat the kuih with my friends, Mr. Bilal. This is Mr. Bilal.
Makan dulu je.
Gula ada pi gula.
The ayam kampung sizzlings over the open fire was a feast for the senses. The golden turmeric coating gave the chickens a vibrant, mouth-watering appearance as it slowly grills to perfection. The aroma of the turmeric mingling with the smoky scent of the firewood wafted through the air, pleasing everyone's appetite. As the flames lick the edge of the chicken, a gentle crackling sound accompanies the transformation of the marinades into a crispy, colorful truss. The rich, earthy scent of turmeric grew stronger, and the tantalizing aroma of the roasting chicken made it impossible to resist sneaking closer for a better look. Each turn of chicken over the fire reveals a beautifully caramelized surface, glistening with the juices that hinted at the tender meat within. The group, seated not far from the fire, couldn't hide their excitement. The smell alone was enough to make their stomachs rumble in anticipation. For many, this was more than just a meal. It was a celebration of the simplicity and authenticity of rural cooking, where natural ingredients and traditional methods brought out the best in every dish. At the same time, the men are preparing the tent for tonight, and it's maybe for me. Thanks a lot. The preparations of the ulam began with a careful cleaning process under the tank. The group worked together, washing the fresh grains in cool river water to ensure that they were free of dirt and impurities. These ulam handpicked from the surrounding area, including a variety of the traditional favorites such as daun salams, ulam raja, and my favorite, of course, petai. Once cleaned, the ulam was placed in a large pot for water over an open fire to boil. The man leading the preparation explained that the boiling the ulam for about 20 minutes helped to soften the texture while retaining its natural value and natural flowers. This is the pisang bakar. It's quite rare for this moment. Maybe children don't know about the pisang bakar.
Boleh dah, jadi dah.
The ayam kampung bakar kunyit remained over the fire for more than 2 hours, slowly roasting to perfection. The steady, gentle heat from the crackling fire allowed the chicken to cook, eventually infusing with it the smoky aromas of the burning firewood. The turmeric coating on the chicken turned a deep golden brown, creating a crispy, powerful crust that locked in the juices of the tender yolk. The long cooking time wasn't just about ensuring the chicken was thoroughly cooked. It was also a testament to the patience that care that goes into traditional kampong cooking. While waiting the ayam bakar kunyit, some of the members pray under the tent. For me, this is the first time I pray near the riverbank. This is quite scary scene that I captured that night. There's no word to say, but for me, it's quite scary. This man is preparing to fry the kulat sisi. The kulat sisi I bought at the Pasar Tasik Raja this morning, and it's quite expensive. If not mistaken, 6 ringgit per kilo. So I bought 2 kilos, and this is my favorite dish too. Yeah, look at the kulat sisir with the eggs and salt and the ingredients such as onions, and he puts a little bit of chilies.
Ni kat botol.
Robot. Ambil anak terang tu jangan ni terus bubuk terang.
Amal je. Dia. Nak goreng kolak pula dak. Bagai payah nah. Kolak kau sini tu. Oh, jadi dah tu.
Macam mana ya, siapa ni mungkin macam mana?
Oh.
Terus. Cia hoda. Yang nying.
Jadi dah. Sampai lah.
Dulu kita jaga dia masa kau ni. Dulu.
Kita masak, biar depan.
With all the food finally cooked, the group carefully arranged the dishes on a large banana leaf to create a traditional and authentic display. The ayam kampung kunyit took pride of a place at the center of the spread, its golden, crispy interior glistening anticinally. The sight alone was enough to make everyone's mouth water. Surrounding the ayam kampung kunyit were a variety of complementary dishes that showed the richness of kampung cuisine. Freshly boiled ulam arranged neatly added a vibrant green touch, while the fried fish, perfectly crisp and golden, sat beside it, ensuring a smoky aroma. Small bowls of budu, the quintessential Kelantanese condiments, were placed strategically paired with the chopped chilies, lime, and the shallots for a stanky kick. The complete to face fresh patai pots were included, their distinct flour adding an extra layers of authenticity to the meal. The banana leaves not only served as a natural playlist, but also enhanced the visuals and aromatic appeals of the meal. Their fresh, altitude scents mingled with the smoky aroma of grilled foods and the fragrant spices, creating an immersive dining experience. This is the budu, served with a squeeze of fresh limes and the dollops of tempoyak, the fermented durian. The budu, a staple of Kelantanese cuisine, is a savory and tangy fermented anchovies sauce known for its rich umami flavor. Adding lime juice brightens the taste, giving it a zesty kick that perfectly complements the earthy depths of the sauce. The inclusions of tempoyak brings a unique twist to the classic voodoo. Its creamy texture and bold, slightly sweet yet tangy flavor enhance the complexity of the condiment, making it more delectable. Together, these ingredients create a vibrant, flavorful dip that pairs of beautiful with the ulam, grilled fish, and the other dishes. This combination not only reflects the creativity of the kampung cooking, but also showcases that the importance of local ingredients in elevating simple meals into extraordinary culinary experiences. Allahu Akbar.
Aku tak nampak.
Oh,
special. Kepoyu pula dah.
Oh, kepoyok ni.
Oh, tahu ni umur berapa
Tak
sekarang
sah
ni?
salib ni sah. Dua.
Pecah.
Pecah.
Kau capuk gate tu ada. Capuk.
Lepak-lepak gitu.
Jangan. Tu apa boleh bodoh. Kau pakai kan. Gini deh.
Oh, begitu ya.
Tak tangguk.
Buatan taruk.
Tu tangguk tu. Tu tak tangguk.
Oh.
Tak aja tak tahu.
Masuk dah dulu kan. Nak beli. Oh, kita kena beli.
Ibu kita bunga tak ada satu.
Oh, kita tu ada.
Tiga bunga, tiga.
As the group gather around the sprig sitting cross-legged on the ground, they admire the vibrant, colorful arrangement. The traditional representation not only honors the heritage of kampung life, but also emphasizes the simplicity and beauty of sharing a meal with loved friends. This moment encapsulated the essence of their journey: good food, warm friendship, and a deep connection to their roots.
Alah, Allah mudah.
Okay, beres.
Sah laju.
Oh, tak ada lada meh.
Alah, bila.
Alhamdulillah nasyaitanir rajim. Allahumma barik lana fima razaqtana wa qina adzabannar. Alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. Aku tahu dah.
After reciting the dua to express gratitude for the meal, the group began to enjoy the beautiful arranged dishes. The traditional Kelantan's cuisine before them was truly remarkable, a feast that celebrated the rich heritage and culinary expertise of the region. The centerpiece, the ayam kunyit bakar, was tender the flavor with its golden, crispy skin infused with the earthy aroma of turmeric. Surrounding it were vibrant accompaniments, freshly boiled ulam, crispy fried fish, and the bowls of budu, enhanced with limes and tempoyak, each offering a symphony of flavors that highlighted the essence of Kelantanese cooking. As everyone shared a meal, dipping the ulam and fresh fish into the flavors budu, the atmosphere was filled with the laughter and warmth. The simplicity of the eating together using banana leaves as plates brought a sense of authenticity and the connections to their roots. The rich, bold flowers of the dishes paired with the natural setting by the riverbank created an unforgettable experience. It was more than just a meal, it was a celebration of tradition, friendship, and the unique culinary treasures of Kelantan.
Oh, ingat kau kapal dia. Tak bodoh. Tunggu sikit lah. Apa-apa. Oh, apa dia pun. Mana? Kaki tak buat. Kurang jar kaki dia. Pagok. Kaki dua tu kaki lah. Oh, nak dengan ambil kau godoh. Kita makan kali kat dia. Kau tu dah ni Ming. Ya. Tak mau kaki dia. Apa lan baca meja.
Camping and cooking traditional dishes offer a unique experience that blends the beauty of nature with the rich heritage of cultural cuisine. These activities are not just about spending time outdoors, but also about connecting with the traditions, sharing memories, and embracing the simplicity of life. One of the most special aspects of camping is the way it brings people together. Away from the distractions of modern life, friends and family gather around the campfire, working as a team to prepare meals and share stories. The setting, often surrounded by rivers, forests, or mountains, creates a serene atmosphere that enhances the experiences. The crackling fire, the sounds of flowing water, and the fresh air make the process of cooking and dining even more enjoyable. Cooking traditional dishes during camping adds another layer of significance to the experience. Preparing dishes like ayam kampung kunyit, grilled fish, or ulam with budu allows participants to honor their cultural roots. The methods used, such as grilling over an open flame, boiling ulam in a simple pot, or marinating chicken with the natural ingredients like turmeric and salt, reflects the authenticities of the traditional cooking. Even the use of the banana leaves as a plate or food covers add a touch of nostalgia and connections to the past. These moments are not just about the food itself, but the stories and knowledge shared during preparation. Younger members of the group learn traditional cooking techniques, while elders pass down recipes and memories tied to the dishes. It becomes a living legacy where food acts as a bridge between generations. Ultimately, camping and the cooking traditional dishes provide an experience that nourishes both the body and soul. It fosters a sense of gratitude for the simple things, fresh ingredients, nature's bounty, and the company of loved ones. The memories created around the fire while enjoying the delicious flowers of homemade dishes are moments to cherish for the lifetime. Oi, boleh makan senyap belakang pok dia.
Ya, boleh tak? Ayah nak ayah.
Itu air dia dah. Dia apa ni?
Tanya.
Tanya. Mahal lah.
Nah, itu tu hot cakap ya. Macam terakhir.
Gak siap.
Oh, tenggo pada apa?
Apa?
Betul.
Tunjuk lagi.
In this modern era, it's rare to witness such a beautiful and meaningful scene. Sharing a meal with friends in the traditional way near the riverbank. The simplicity and authenticity of the moment stand in stark contrast to the fast paced, technology driven life many people lead today. The group sat cross legged on mats, the food spread out of the fresh banana leaves in the center. The gentle sounds of the flowing river provided a soothing background, while the lush greenery around them created a sense of peace and serenity. The meal wasn't just about eating, it was a celebration of connection and tradition. Laughter filled with air as stories were shared, some nostalgic, others filled with humor. Each dish brought its own tale, from the ayam kampung bakar kunyit that roasted for hours over the fire to the freshly caught ikan tabake that was grilled to perfection. Even the simple act of dipping ulam into budu sparked conversations about childhood memories and kampung life. Eating with hands and their ancestors did aided a tactile connections to the food, making the experience more even special. There were no distractions, no phones, no gadget, just the joy of being present to the moment. The rare combinations of delicious tradition food, natural surroundings, and the heartfelt camaraderie reminded everyone of the beauty of simpler times. It was more than a meal, it was a scene that captured the essence of friendship, heritage, and the enduring charms of kampong traditions, a precious memory to hold on to in an ever changing world.
Di mana yang mutu?
Nah, ni ambo.
Daman. Ini balas.
Kalau makan tu. Oh, ambo. Ambo. Jalik dulu. Ya sudah makan. Oh, ambo.
Mr. Bilal sat back with a satisfied expression, thoroughly enjoyed the food before him. His posture was relaxed with his legs stretched out and a slight leaned to one side, much like the Kelantanese terms belunjuk terik, which refers to sitting comfortably in a way that shows contentment. As he took bites of the ayam kampung kunyit, his eyes lit out a clear sign of how much he appreciated the flowers. His enjoyment of the meal was evident in the very moment. He savored the rich, smoky taste of the grilled chicken, the zing of the budu paired with the boiled ulam and the crispy fried fish. Every bite seems to make him back to the roots of the traditional Kelantanese cuisine, reminding him to the simplicity and heartiness of the food. The way Mr. Bilal said, with his relaxed and satisfied demeanor, was an unspoken tribute to the quality and authenticity of the meal. His enjoyment didn't need words. His body language, the glimpse of his eyes, and the way he licked back all conveyed the deliciousness of the foods in the most Kelantanese way possible. It was a moment that captured the absence of the meal, a true celebration of good food, good company, and the deep connection to the tradition.
Yang besar pun okey. Tak pula.
Budu saja.
Budinya ketawa.
Dia molek aku nanti. Nanti dia molek nanti. Dia molek.
Oh, ini tak berat ya.
Tak mau kalah.
Tak pakai lagi loh.
Apa lagi ada?
As everyone sat around the spit, it quickly became clear that there was an abundance of foods to enjoy. The meal was a true feast. Ample portions of ayam bakampung bakar kunyit, fried fish, ulang with budu, and the bowls of fresh patai was scattered across the banana leaf, and still the food seems endless. Despite the laughter and conversation, there was a palpable sense of delight in the air as everyone eagerly dug into the array of traditional dishes. Even though the portions were generous, no one minded the challenge of finishing it all. The food was so delicious every bite and explosions of flavors that left everyone wanting more. The turmeric coated chicken, tender and juicy, paired perfectly with the zesty budu and the fresh earthy ulam. The fried fish, crispy on the outside and tender on the inside, was a crowd favorite. The fresh patai and tempoyak added that signature boldness, bringing an extra dimensions to the meal. As the food was slowly consumed, stories and laughter continued, creating a lively atmosphere around the meal. It wasn't just about satisfying hunger, it was about savoring the flowers on heritage, the joys of togetherness, and the shared effort that went into preparing the feast. Even though there was a lot of fish, no one rushed. They all relished the moment, enjoying not only the food, but the connection to each other and to the traditions that make the meal so special.
Masih ada lagi?
Nak ni.
Tanya. Masih tanya. Ni, nama?
Ya.
Aku buat dua je lah ni.
Ini ambil kau tapi agak dikit pula saya dikit kan. Dah. Gogong dah bawa tu ambil aku.
This marked the third camping activity for the gang Ulang Budu, a group known for their love of traditional foods and strong friendships. After the success of their camping trip by the riverbank, the group now excited about their adventure scheduled for the ends of the January. The upcoming will take them to Hat Yai, Thailand. สวัสดีครับทุกคนผมชื่อพี่แมนผมเป็นครูนะ Okay, Thailand, a destination that promises new experiences and deeper connections to their shared cultural roots. The plan is begin with a visit to the Pondok at Sungai Golo, a serene spot known as its tranquility and connection to the local history. The group will spend some time there, perhaps reflecting on their previous camping experiences and enjoying the surrounding nature. After their visits to the Pondok, they will then head to Hat Yai, where they will explore the vibrant city known for its lively markets, delicious food, and the rich Thai culture. This 2-day trip, managed by Mr. Bilal, promises to be another memorable adventure for Gang Ulang Budu. With a mix of nature, culture, and of course traditional food, the group will no doubt enjoy the journey, bonding over shared meals and laughter, just as they have in their past activities. The trip to Hat Yai will not only strengthen their friendship, but also further deepen their appreciation for the connections they share, both with each other and with the places they visit.
Ambil 3 kali sikit asyik.
Alhamdulillah, they successfully finished all the food with smiles and contentments all around. Every dish from the ayam kampung kunyit to the freshly grilled fish was savored and enjoyed, leaving everyone full yet grateful for the experience. The satisfaction wasn't just from the meal itself, but from the shared moment, the laughter, and the bond that was strengthened through this simple yet meaningful gathering. As the meal concluded, there was a sense of fulfillment, both from the delicious food and the connections made. It wasn't just about finishing the food, it was about the journey of preparation, the camaraderie, and the joy of enjoying something so authentic and close to their hearts. The feelings of the gratitude filled the air as everyone reflected on the blessings of the good food, good company, and the beauty of tradition. In a resourceful twist, the group used a mineral water bottle as a makeshift cup for a hot tea, showing their creativity and ability to adapt in the spirits of camping. It was a simple yet ingenious solution that highlighted the resourcefulness often required in such outdoor settings. The plastic bottle, carefully cut and cleaned, became a practical vessel for holding the steaming hot tea, a perfect way to enjoy the warm beverage while relaxing after the feast. The hot tea, infused with the comforting herbs and spices, was a welcome addition for the meal. Despite the unconventional cup, the tea tasted just delightful, and everyone took turns sipping from their makeshift cups, sharing moments of the laughter and appreciations for the unique homemade experience. It was a small detail, yet it added to the charms of the camping trip, finding joy in the little things and making the most of what was available, all while cherishing the moment together.
Ada lah.
Oh, tergali ada.
Apa dia seh?
Lagi gap. Mati golek mang itu mang buat gitu tu.
Golek.
Saya jawabnya nang golek mang itu. Gitu.
Oh,
Tua dengan kayu.
Itu tadi loh.
ada mau di situ.
Oh, buah.
Oh, berat.
Batu. Gading.
Siap mending. Ini bukan untuk nyamuk nih, binatang berbisa.
Binatang.
Bukan untuk nyamuk. Bengong.
After the hearty meal, the group sat back, taking a well-deserved breath and letting the satisfactions of the delicious feast settle in. With the air filled with the contentment and the warmth of the campfire still lingering, it was time to indulge in the next parts of the experience, hot tea and snacks. The hot tea served in the makeshift mineral water cups provided a comforting and soothing respite.
Oh, nak cerita tak agak cerita dia. Ada yang cerita biasa dengar cerita sok umur. Dia tak ada modal. Oh, tak ada modal.
Tu dia tu.
Oh, tak ada modal dah.
Api dia dah.
Habis betul. Lalahnya kita
Dia kau tengok.
esok kita gapo dia taklah gasi rasanya. Siapa dia lah nak makan ikan. Oh, kau set tak ada ikan kau set tu. Nya bawa jalo lah dia nya. Pastinya jalo. Pastinya jalo je tanam banyak ke ikan. Tujuh lah. Oh, tu dia lah. Oh, banyak lah. Lepas dia capuk, pas seko dia lagi. Oh, pas seko. Banyak lagi ke? Oh, banyak. Pas seko nyo apa ni? Nyo ayak cucu dia. Tak nanti tu kena nego okey. Hidup kena nego pas seko. Sudah cerita. Pas tu esok ayak cerita jalan tak sia lah. Mai wah pas seko.
Seko duk nunggu.
Oh, pas seko pula. Seko.
Banyak lagi.
The warmth of the tea was perfect against the cold evening breeze, allowing everyone to relax and enjoy the moment. As they sipped the tea, a sense of calm washed over them, a chance to reflect on the meal that had just shared, and to chat leisurely about their day. Alongside the tea, the group enjoyed a variety of traditional snacks, adding a touch of sweetness to their evening. The simple snacks, possibly some local quick or fried treats, pair wonderful with the tea, creating a balanced and satisfying end to the meal. The chatter continued with more laughter and stories as everyone enjoyed the calming atmosphere of the campsite. It was a moment of pure contentment, sharing food, sipping tea, and savoring the joy of being in each other's company. The heavy meals were now a pleasant memory, replaced by a sense of realizations and gratitude for the simplicity and the beauty of the time spent together in nature. As the chatting continued, one of the men took charge of baking ubi kayu cassava, an iconic traditional food that holds significant historical meaning. While the group enjoyed their tea and snacks, the fragrant aroma of the baking ubi kayu began to fill the air, adding to the warmth of the moment. Ubi kayu, often known as cassava, was a staple food during the Japanese occupation in Malaya from 1942 to 1945, a time of hardship and scarcity. During those years, when food supplies were limited, people turned to this humble root as a survival food. It was simple to grow, and its versatility made it a valuable resource for those struggling to get by. Baked, boiled, and even eaten raw in some cases, Ubikayu became a symbol of resilience, resourcefulness, and survival. As the Ubikayu slowly baked over the fire,
Ơi. Duk mana bilang? Oh, dia giden nang.
as you try the Ubikayu bakar after not having it for several years, a wave of nostalgia must have washed over you. The earthy, slightly sweet flowers of the baked cassava, combined with the soft and tender texture, is not only a treat for the taste buds but also a reminder of simpler, more challenging times. It must have felt like stepping back into the past to an era where the ubikai was a crucial part of the survival during the harsh days of the Japanese occupation. The warmth of the ubikayu fresh from the fire brings a comforting connection to history. It's more than just a food. It's a link to the stories of resilience, hardship, and the strains that families in Malaya experienced during war, World War II. In the moment, as you savor the flowers, it's like you were transported back in the time, experiencing what people must have felt in those days when such a humble food became a symbol of survival and perseverance. As you enjoy the taste, it must have felt not only delicious but also deeply meaningful. The acts of sharing and savoring such a traditional dish with friends were reflecting historical significance makes it more special. Ubi kayu bakar is truly more than just food. It's a connection to the past, a reminder of history, and the celebrations of the resilience of those who lived through it.
Cậu bị mà lên ở đà. Cái này lại nữa này. Quan này chia đâu nó jagung.
Jagung.
Oh, gabung. Banyak jagung kedai ni. Satu tiok jagung.
Dia promotor.
Okey, nak hidup loh.
As you gaze at the hot tea brewing in the pot, the aroma is truly immersed, filling the air with the warmth and comfort. The fragrant steam rises gently from the pot, carrying with it the earthy and soothing scent of the tea leaves. It is a smell that invites relations, signaling the perfect moments to pause and savor the simple pleasures of life. The warm, inviting aroma wraps around you, making it feel like the day is slowing down, allowing everyone to unwind after a hearty meal. The tea, now perfectly steeped, holds the promise of the refreshments and calms, offering a sense of peace as the day transitions into evening. The rich fragrance mingles with the fresh outdoor air, creating an atmosphere of comfort and contentment. It's the kind of aroma that not only stirs your senses but also evokes feelings of nostalgia and warmth, a sensory reminder of moments spent with the good friends and delicious food. Each breath of the fragrance steams is like a step deeper into the moment, making it feel even more special and serene. At 3 a.m., the group is still awake and full of energy. Tuan Villa makes sandwiches despite the late hour. It's a testament to their camaraderie and the fun they are having as the night stretches on. The kitchen, or in this case, the campsite, is alive with activity as they prepare something simple yet satisfying. The sounds of bread being sliced, spreads being applied, and fillings being added creates a sense of purpose even in the quiets of the night. The sandwiches, thought unpretentious, represent another layer of the experience, a perfect late night snack to round off the day's activities. Perhaps they are filled with a varieties of ingredients. As they work together, the joy is creating something together is just as fulfilling as the act of eating it. In the stillness of the early morning, with the campsite quiet and the stars overhead, it's clear that this group of friends isn't just making sandwiches, they are making memories. The shared laughter, the bonds being straightened, and the simple pleasure too of preparing food together at this hour all are part of the experience. Despite the late time, their spirits remain high, and the sandwiches are a perfect way to keep the night alive with the good company and the promise of the even more fun ahead. Then I walk alone into the darkness. And I walk alone in the darkness. It's quite scary. As the morning slowly approached, the group lingered by the riverbank, cherishing the calms of the early hours. The air was cool, and the rhythmic sounds of the flowing water created a serene atmosphere. Despite their long night filled with food, laughter, and stories, some of the men remained alert, keeping watch on their surroundings. Around 4 a.m., something unusual caught their attention. A faint light appeared in the distance, moving across the middle of the river. At first, they thought it might be a reflection or perhaps a passing boat, but as they watched more closely, the sight became increasingly strange. The light seems to hover and move in an unexplainable manner, and in its glow, they thought they could make out a figure, a person standing still in the middle of the river. The scene was unsettling. The river at this time of night was too deep and swift for anyone to be standing there. Whispers filled the group, with some suggesting it could be a trick of the lights or their tired eyes playing tricks on them. However, the ideas of a paranormal presence began to creep into their thoughts, sending shivers down their spines. The mysterious figure remained for a few moments before the light slowly faded away, leaving only the darkness of the river behind. The men exchanged uneasy glances, unsure of what they had just witnessed. Whether it was a natural phenomenon, a late night traveler, or something beyond explanation, the experience left an eerie mark on their night, becoming a story they would share and debate for years to come. This unexpected encounter added an element of mysteries of their camping trip, blending the beauty of nature with an unexplainable and memorable moment. The night at the riverbank in Kampong Serungga was one to remember, filled with activities, laughter, and the thoughts of mystery. The serene backdrops of the flowing river and the cool night breeze set the stage for a perfect outdoor experience. Under the guidance of Mr. Bila, the leaders of Geng Ulang Budu, the group's third camping activity unfolded with a vibrant mix of tradition, culinary delights, and the camaraderie. As dusk fell, the group busied themselves preparing a feast, delighted the riches of Kelantan's traditional dishes. The men collected kayu api, the firewood, to fill the fire pit, while others washed the chicken and turmeric in the river using traditional methods. The air was filled with the aroma of marinated ayam kampung kunyit slowly grilling over the open flames. Nearby, fresh ikan terbakar caught early in the day from the river was being prepared to complement the meal. The dinner was nothing short of feast. The food, arranged beautifully on the banana leaves to evoke a traditional and authentic vibes, showcase the simplicity and richness of Kelantanese cuisine. At the center of the spread was the golden ayam kampung kunyit surrounded by ulam, fried fish, budu, and patai. As everyone gathered to enjoy the meal, they began with a heartfelt dua, expressing gratitude for the foods and the company. The flowers of the dishes, enhanced there by the fresh open-air setting, were extraordinary. After the meal, the group lingered around the fire, sharing stories and laughter late into the night. Around 2:30 a.m., they surprises each other with another round of snacks, making sandwiches and even baking ubi kayu over the embers. The aromas of the baked cassava, reminiscent of simpler times during the World War II, evoke nostalgia and meaningful reflections on the past. By the morning, the group enjoyed the final rounds of hot tea brewed in the traditional pot, paired with light snacks. The fragrance of the tea mingled with the cold morning air, providing a sense of relaxation after a busy night. They reflected on the memories made, the delicious food, the laughter shared, and the strange encounter by the river. This night at Kampong Serungga was not just about camping. It was an experience that blended tradition, friendship, and the mysteries of nature, making it truly unforgettable. With plans already in motion for their next adventure to Hanoi, Thailand, the group parted ways with full hearts and a stronger bond, ready to create even more cherished memories together.
Ya sekali nak tahu beda. Kau dia nak gapo pun. Tapi tak boleh totok. Dia tak pergi perjumpa dia tak pergi ajak kahwin dengan merah apa tak pergi ajak gitu. Mau cari. Baik kau dia pergi. Dia tu naklah dia je. Masuk benda dia bayar.
The camping trip at Kampong Serungga was a perfect blend of tradition, camaraderie, and adventure, leaving everyone with unforgettable memories. From preparing authentic Kelantanese dishes like ayam kampung kunyit and the ikan tabake to sharing stories and laughter late into the night, the experience was a celebration of heritage and friendship. The eerie encounter by the river added an unexpected layers of mystery, sparking conversation that will last a lifetime. As the group shifted tea by the morning light, it was clear that this was more than just a camping trip. It was a moment to reconnect with nature, sever simple joys, and strengthen bonds. With plans already set for their next adventure, Gang Ulang Budu proved that the spirits of togetherness and traditions can create truly extraordinary experiences. สวัสดีครับทุกๆคนผมเชื่อคุณแม่วันนี้ผมรู้สึกมีความสุขกับเพื่อนของผมที่หมู่บ้านคำพงสรงกาขอบคุณมากนะครับทุกๆคนผมสวัสดีครับทุกๆคนขอบคุณมากนะครับ